This is Jules Bia with the Attractive Man team, and today I'm going to be showing you a very powerful way to absolutely transform and let go of the baggage of a past relationship, especially that special relationship that you can't stop thinking about, that you can't stop feeling tormented over, that you can't get out of your head. Now, how much of your energy and time have you been spending thinking about what she's doing, who she's with, what kind of guys is she dating now? Are they better than you? All these crazy things, they spin in our mind and we suffer. We give away so much of our power. And worst of all, it stops us from attracting a new relationship that's better, more connected, deeper, and more rewarding. If that resonates with you, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because I have a special offer for you that's gonna change your life forever. Okay, I know I'm making the movie guy voice, but you know, I'm just going for broke here, being my weird ass self. So make sure you watch this all the way to the end. The information in here, the method you're gonna learn is absolutely life transforming. And the thing at the end that I have to offer you is equally so. Julian. We've all had breakups. Or if you've never had a relationship, you've definitely had unrequited love, right? You're infatuated in love with a woman and she didn't return that. And it's as equally as painful, if not more painful than a breakup, right? So I can feel you because I had a lot of that in my past too. Society says, I'm over that relationship. But what does being over a relationship actually mean? It means that you went through the apathy of it, you know, the shock when you first break up and you're numb. You went through the grief, the crying, the bargaining, the denial, the whatever, right? You went through the fear, oh my God, I'm never gonna find somebody again, or oh my God, what do I do, right? I don't know what to do now. Have you ever been in a relationship where you come out the other end of it and you don't even know who you are as a man? Right? Because you eroded all your values, because you wanted her approval, you wanted it to work so badly, and women aren't attracted to that, right? Women want us to be solid, stand our ground, and lead, right? So you go into the lust after, where you either want to hook up with somebody new or you desperately want your partner back, right? Because you can't see any other way. Then you go into the anger part, where you remember all the stuff she did that pissed you off. And then you go into the pride. The pride is when we're over it. I'm over it. That's all in the past, right? Pride is not actually letting go. Getting over a relationship is just getting over the hump of most of the pain. But we continue through our lives with this residual energy that we bring into subsequent relationships. And if we don't properly clean it out, our relationships are just going to keep reflecting the same thing with different people. And this is why so many people keep attracting the same relationship with a different person, because we have all this stuck energy. Now, this is especially so if you had that special relationship, right? Maybe you broke up with her recently. Maybe you broke up with her a year or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 years ago. I've seen this happen with our students. I've seen students come to us 5 years ago, they broke up and they still can't get her out of their mind, right? They're not even over it. They're still in the lower parts of apathy, grief, and fear. This is trauma. This will hold you back from connecting and letting another woman into your heart and loving again. It really screws up your life. The process is really simple. It's kind of scary, but it's really simple. But first, I want to tell you that special relationship, which a lot of us have had, you know, that one that was up and down, it was so painful, and then it ended in a disaster. I had that relationship, okay? For a year and a half, almost 2 years, I dated this woman. I was so deeply in love with her. My beliefs at the time were that I wasn't good enough to have a woman like this in my life. I thought that she was gonna leave me and cheat on me, right? I didn't believe that I had the ability to keep her interested. And it eroded the relationship. I kept running away, breaking up. I had that fear of abandonment. I had really bad nice guy syndrome. Does this sound familiar? Does this feel familiar? Eventually, she actually cheated on me. She built a relationship under my nose. The last 4 months we were together, dumped me right before Christmas. It destroyed me. It destroyed me. But thank God I had tools like this, because with the tools, with this one tool especially that I'm going to teach you today, it helped me put my heart back together stronger. Overcoming especially this special relationship will transform not only the relationship, not only your belief in your ability with women and to attract true love that's healthy and balanced and connected, but it will so profoundly change your self-esteem. It is so important to do this work, guys. Now I'm going to share with you the process. But if you can do this process to completion, it is so profoundly powerful. Okay? No pain, no gain. Remember, the price of freedom is pain. You have to be able to go through your pain to transcend it. And as you transcend these negative, heavy feelings inside, what you're going to find is your thinking, your beliefs, your self-esteem will skyrocket to the more positive, more objective, more empowering. Hey guys, if you like this content, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. Make sure you like this video so the YouTube algorithm picks it up and shares the information with your fellow brothers who could really use this. Because remember, what you put out, you get back. You cannot receive without giving. And hitting that like button helps more guys get this valuable insight and information. And by the way, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss another one of my videos, because I know you love them. I know you resonate with them. And also, follow me on Instagram. Ask me questions about this stuff. I love talking about it, and when I have a moment, I'll always answer you. So make sure you do that too. Before you do this, I want you to do some breath work, okay? Look up some breath work online. I really like Wim Hof. Get your mind nice and quiet, or go for a run for 10 or 20 minutes. Get your body moving. Get your mind quieter. Because when you get your mind quieter, you can access and bring up the deep subconscious feelings inside a lot easier. The method is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. What I would like you to do is to imagine your ex-girlfriend. Now, it doesn't just have to be the special relationship. Do this with all of your exes. I want you to imagine your ex-girlfriend having sex with the guy you like the least in the world. The guy maybe you're most jealous of, you feel the most inferior to, right? Just the guy that you would like the least. And I want you to meditate on the feelings that come up from doing that. That's going to stir up your deepest insecurities. It's going to stir up your deepest attachments to her. It is so powerful. And look, don't try to get it perfect. Don't try to make it 4K Ultra HD in your mind. Just having that intention is enough to start stirring up the feelings. Now, you might feel numb, you might feel heavy, you might feel nothing at first, and that's still a feeling. So I want you to welcome and be okay with whatever comes up, and just keep sitting and meditating on that for a half an hour, for an hour, for hours and hours, because on the other end of this is such a profound transformation on who you are. Think about it. You are not only bringing up your attachment to her, because as soon as you can actually meditate and be okay with her getting, for lack of a better word, pounded by the guy you like the least in the world, or would want her to have sex with the least, your attachment will drop away as you welcome up these feelings and allow them to just pass through you. You will literally drop that attachment so profoundly fast. I had a student who came to me with this same kind of pain from a woman that he broke up with 2 months before. He couldn't get her out of his head. He did this process for a couple of days and he went into complete peace. Now imagine if he didn't do that process, he'd be carrying that trauma for months or maybe even years. I've seen students come to us and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, they're still hung up on the breakup and they haven't had a girlfriend since. The other thing that this does as you do this, and I mean, I want you to get creative, all right? You guys have probably seen a lot of porn. We all have, right? Imagine the most crazy ways that she's getting pounded by the guy you want her to get pounded by the least. All the crazy positions, giving her more orgasms and stronger orgasms than you ever could yourself, right? Really bring that up. Remember, you don't have to get it perfect. You don't have to get it clear or vivid. It's the intention. And keep meditating on the feelings that come up, okay? Because this is also going to bring up all your self-esteem issues, all your negative beliefs about yourself, all your deepest insecurities with women will come up. And as you let them up, you just be with them. Don't try to change them. They might be intense. Don't try to figure them out. Just be with them. Give them your undivided presence as best you can. And I want you to do this until you can imagine her doing that with that guy and you are not triggered by it anymore. And if you can get to the point where you can actually enjoy it and get a little bit turned on, that's even more powerful. That is even more detachment and freedom. That's true liberation. And I'm telling you guys, the transformation you will go through if you see this simple but crazy process to the end will change you forever. Do this to the end. Even doing it a little bit is gonna make a shift. But what kind of transformation do you want? Simply imagine her having sex with the guy you like the least, you're most jealous of, you feel most inferior to, whatever it is, until completion, until it doesn't bother you anymore, until you can maybe even enjoy it. It's that simple. And I want you to post in the comments below, Jules, you're crazy, but I'm gonna try it so that I know that you watched this video till the end. Now guys, me and Coach David Vibe are running a very powerful inner transformational program right now. And we're looking for new students who are ready to do the work, ready to grow, and ready to learn how to carve out their subconscious mind in such a way that they begin to design their lives and attract and create the things they've always wanted. Me and David have incredible, extensive knowledge and the most powerful mind transforming technologies to share with you so that you can empower yourself and take back control over your thinking, over your feeling state, and especially over this crazy chattering mind that just doesn't shut up. We're gonna show you how to find inner peace, change beliefs, and absolutely change your outer world. Since you stayed till the end, I want to invite you to book a call with my team to find out more about this program. Be ready to do the work. Be ready to invest. We're going to be qualifying you too. We want to make sure that you're a good fit for us. Any baggage you have from past relationships is constantly replaying in your mind. This is why our mind is so noisy. On top of that, we pick up unconscious patterns, reactions, and behaviors from these incompletes from our past. And as you process the baggage out from your past with processes like this, especially the one in this video, just wait till you see what happens when you do this with an ex-girlfriend, right? You're gonna start noticing these behavior patterns drop away. Your behavior will actually transform. You won't be so reactive anymore. You won't be so afraid to connect and open yourself up. Really getting complete with our past relationships is one of the most important things we can do for our mental, emotional health and our ability to have a connected, deep, and satisfying life of our choosing and our design. It kind of works like this. Imagine a computer with all these open programs in the background. We have all these programs running in the background. Thoughts, incompletes, traumas, right? As you close out these programs with inner work processes like in our program Unshakable or in this mini course or in videos that I'm sharing with you here, you start to get more of your power back, more of your clarity of mind, right? So that you can go out and have this new lease to create what you want. It's possible to create what you want with all this trauma, but it's much more effort, it's more difficult, and there's a likelihood that you're gonna give up. How many times have you tried to change? You go out, you push, and then you give up, you go into a void. Avoid, avoid, avoid for months and months and months, then you do it again, and you go into a void. Guys, the more you go through this pattern of push, avoid, you build up heavier and heavier stories about yourself. It affects your self-esteem. It affects your self-respect and your belief in yourself. Now, if you like this content, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button. Make sure you ding that notification bell and like this video so that I know you're liking the stuff that I'm delivering. And like I said, share your thoughts in the comments and share some topics you'd like me to make videos about changing your inner world so you can affect your outer world. This is Jules Bia with The Attractive Man. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.